Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of the Mighty in Career Mode. Today we go to Snowland with lots of what's the animal called? Mooses. Anyway, we had our upgrades. We need upgrades because we want to catch up. We want to try and get really close within the upper midfield of Ferrari, Mercedes and Aston. We do a supercar lap for some reason. I'm not going to commentate over this. This is pretty pointless. Used to downforce. Do this. Oh my god, we're getting money. On to quick practice. We want resource points, very nice. We speed run quick practice as you always do. We need the resource points so we can get our upgrades in. We can catch up a bit more and be within that battle for the win, which is what we want. We want to be able to battle for the win now. Now we start our flyer. I had a big oopsie and I forgot to turn my battery back on, which means the lap's going to be slow whether I like it or not. As we come down into turn 1, we brake very nicely. Touch the grass on the outside a little bit actually. Through 2, it cuts here through the chicane. We done it in the chicane very nicely, exactly what we want. There's a lot of chicanes on this track. This track like chicanes. Very nice through the first sector. It wasn't fast, obviously, because I'd left my battery off like an idiot, which obviously is going to really affect my lap. We come out through the bus stop chicane. Not the bus stop chicane, this isn't Spa. The Wall of Champions chicane. We cross the line. P14 behind a lot of cars. But this time, I turned my battery on for our second flyer of Q1. And maybe it got a little bit better. Into turns 1 and 2, already improving quite a lot through the chicane. This is probably one of my favourite tracks for satisfaction-wise. There's a lot of chicanes, and when you nail them, they're so nice and perfect. We almost hit the wall on the exit. Fastest through the first sector, sliding out of the chicane. We've improved by about 7/10 as we come down into the hairpin, through the chicane, the final chicane on the track. I'm going to say through the chicane quite a lot, aren't I? And we end up going 5th, 3rd fastest. And we watch Liam Lawson. It doesn't actually let us watch his lap. It just kind of threw us away so we couldn't even watch his lap. But Liam Lawson made it through to Q2 and that made me very happy. We start our first flyer of Q2. This time, I don't forget to turn my battery on. Very nice. First flyer gets started. We're trying to make it to Q3. I didn't think I could make it to Q3, especially after that Q1. But we're going to go for it anyway. Through the chicane, very nice. Personal best through the first sector, which is normal when it's your first lap, so it doesn't really matter. Into the hairpin, we got to nail the hairpin. It's very hard to get a good exit on the hairpin, and it's all dependent on getting a good exit, otherwise you're not going to get the lap you want. Oh my god. Through the chicane, the final chicane. And we end up coming fourth fastest. We go fourth fastest behind George Russell, Charles Leclerc, and whoever was on pole. And we start our second flyer of Q2. Yeah, again, I keep my battery on. Very good. Now, I don't think I actually improved it, but we come through the first chicane in turns 1 and 2. Very nicely as we're improving by a tenth. Oh, we slide on the exit of the second chicane. First sector, we were fastest through the first sector. This chicane's very nice when you get it right and you don't invalidate. That chicane's always very nice. I love that chicane. That might actually be one of my favourite chicanes. Through the final chicane, we slide a bit on the exit. Is it enough to get us through to Q3? I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it's P5. Yeah, and we go 5th fastest to get through to Q3. That was... Liam Lawson goes out in Q2. Not good, in my eyes. I'm talking about replacing him. I'm pretty sure after Austria is when the contract renewal happens. That's probably when I'll get rid of Liam Lawson. We start our first flyer of Q3. Very nice through times 1 and 2. We got a bit wide through 2 actually. Not what I would have wanted. Through 3s and 4, very nice. Chicane's very easy to get right, but also very easy to invalidate. That chicane's nice. So it's probably better you slide on the exit because you can get yourself away a bit better. And now we come through the chicane at the Hall of Champions, almost hitting the wall actually. Car on the exit. And it puts us second fastest. Now I'm just going to let you watch this lap. It's at full volume, just to hurt your ears.
This is it for Verstappen.
I know I lost the tempo last time, so I just got to do everything else to back it.
Oh, did he touch the wall? Ooh. He got perilously close to it.
The back end of the car still sliding around a little bit on him through there. He has been mighty through this section of the racetrack, and at the moment it's sticking for him.
Let me cook. Let me cook. Please let me cook. 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 Did I cook enough?
To take pole position!
I felt like Lewis Hamilton at Hungary. I put my head down. I didn't even breathe. I mean, a lot of it I was talking. I was just going, let me cook. And it worked really well, thankfully. And that's our second pole position of our career mode. Is he going to speak? No? Okay. It's fine. I understand.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Cox lines up on pole position with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez.
Oh my God.
Stroll, Bottas, Gasly,
Red Bull are in the mud.
Piastri, Russell, Liam Lawson,
George's got a penalty.
Albon, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Joe, De Vries, and Logan Sargent. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
This is the flag. Keeping it at that. I didn't play with the fuel too much because I did that in Spain and look at what happened. I bowled a win because of it. We start our formation now. Pretty much is a medium to hard strategy yet again. 35% kind of ruins the whole point of strategy, which kind of upsets me. So that's why we're going to 50% next season. Anyways, the Canadian Grand Prix is 5 red lights. We're on pole position for the second time. It's lights out and away we go. We get the dream getaway that we were looking for. We're already far ahead into turn 1. Hamilton got his way past Charles Leclerc. That's Fernando Alonso going wheel to wheel with Lando Norris behind us. We are trying to run away with it at the start of the Canadian Grand Prix. Lando Norris and Alonso still wheel to wheel. And in the end, Alonso pulled ahead of Lando Norris. Charles Leclerc has dropped down 1 place. Alonso's gained 1. Verstappen's already up into P6. As now we come down the straight that comes into, I think, turns 8 and 9. Lewis Hamilton, we swerve to break the tire. Hamilton's going to go for it down the inside. We hold him off. We push him off the track a little bit, actually. And he ends up having to cut a bit of a chicane to stay in this race. And now Charles Leclerc looks like he wants to attack Lewis Hamilton into the hairpin, as that's Lando Norris getting attacked by Fernando Alonso. And there's a lot of cars making contact as we all file our way through. Very slow through the hairpin, a bit of a car park through the hairpin. But we've managed to hold on to the lead throughout lap 1. Down the back straight we go. Now, I don't want to push too much, because after last episode with the fuel, I was kind of worried about the fuel. Because I'm pretty sure I was nowhere near under fueling last episode, which is why I'm kind of worried about the fuel. So I was just not pushing as hard, and I actually really slid on the exit of 2, which now lets Lewis Hamilton attack us down the straight. As we come into the chicane, Lewis Hamilton pulls ahead. I tried the switchback, I couldn't pull it off. And now we get attacked by Charles Leclerc, so we ended up almost losing 2 positions. But we use ERS and the slipstream from Lewis Hamilton to pull it back ahead of Charles Leclerc. And we go for a lunge down the inside into the hairpin to try and take the lead back off Lewis Hamilton. And we fight it down the back straight. Lewis Hamilton manages to hold on to the lead, but we're going to go for it into the chicane. Going for it. One of us is going to have to back out. We brake really late into the chicane. We go down the inside of Hamilton. We made a lot of contact. That was a really dirty move by me. But I got away with it, which was nice, so thank you, EA. I like your game when it does that.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
As we come into the hairpin at the end of sector, or at the start of sector 3, Leclerc goes down our inside. He kind of flew past us, actually. We're not going to be able to fight it too much, but we're going to try and fight back. Charles Leclerc almost pulls ahead, and we almost hit the wall, and Charles Leclerc, we get the position back. But Charles Leclerc was behind into the detection zone, so he's going to have DRS almost down the back straight. And here comes Charles Leclerc. We managed to hold him off, and he's going to have a look down the inside into the chicane. He brakes early, he pulls out because it's dangerous to really go for a move into that chicane, and we managed to keep on to the lead. Yeah, again, down the back straight, Charles Leclerc trying to cause issues for us. He had a little look down the inside, we hold him off, and he slides just on the exit, which loses him a lot of time, and Alonso nearly pulls ahead there, wheel to wheel. I pull out, and then Alonso catches me napping and goes round the outside into turn 1, down the inside into turn 2. We try to hold him off, and he's almost pulled ahead with side by side into 3 and 4. You normally don't want to be side by side into the chicane. We kept it clean without touching. That was a tight battle. And yeah, again, I go wide. Coming into 5 and 6, Alonso's on the outside, and he nearly pulls ahead, but he brakes on 6, and we just fly ahead of him. He's done. How's Verstappen already here? He's a go for it to turn 1. Oh, here comes Leclerc. Behind us, Charles Leclerc was attacking Fernando Alonso. And when he was doing that, I didn't think he was going to make the lunge down the inside on me, so I didn't really cover anything off, and he made the lunge. But we managed to keep him behind and hold on to the lead for yet another lap. But we're really struggling to hold on to it now as things are getting tight and all the faster cars are starting to catch up. Oh, and Leclerc flies past us. Alonso almost flies past us, and then we're getting really squeezed at the bus stop chicane. We're very close, not the bus stop, I keep calling it the bus stop. We slide on the exit of the Wall of Champions chicane. And it's just like Max Verstappen pull ahead of us, and we fall down into P3. Charles Leclerc takes the lead, and it's just not what we want at all. We wanted to try and win this race, but I don't think we can do it now.
rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
Nice. And now Max Verstappen's going to have DRS down the straight and a slipstream from me. And it's just going to let him fly ahead. There's nothing I can do. That Red Bull is fast. Just like real life. DRS is unfair. I want to try and attack him at the start of Sector 3. I was behind him into the detection zone, I think. So I will get DRS. And maybe I can attack it with DRS down the back straight. We've got the DRS, we've got the battery, and we've got the slipstream combo. Can we attack Max Verstappen into the Wall of Champions chicane? Nearly called it a bus stop again. We go around the outside, we pull ahead, we squeezed him a bit on the entry, but we pulled ahead. And there's only one detection zone, so once I get the overtake done, I'm going to have DRS anyway. Just like Hungary. We went deep into the hairpin, which just invited Max Verstappen for a battle. We tried to keep him behind. We managed to keep him behind on the exit. He has DRS. He's going to get attacked by Fernando Alonso. It's their wheel to wheel down the back straight. I'm trying to run away from both of them, so I don't want to have what happened earlier where I got squeezed and I just lost 2 positions. We slid on the exit of the chicane, which gave Max Verstappen a big advantage with DRS coming into turn 1. I tried to cover him off. He went to around the outside into turn 1. We squeezed him really badly, and I'm surprised we didn't actually come together then. Luckily we didn't, because that would have been my race ruined, and that would have been very sad. I'm really struggling with these tyres. We come through 3 and 4. We're holding off the Red Bull, but barely. I don't think we're going to be able to do it for much longer. As we come down the start of Sector 3, Max Verstappen went down the inside. We managed to hold him off. And we pull ahead, and we managed to hold on to P2 on the exit of the hairpin, just about. Yet again, the Red Bull very threatening with DRS. I made a late move to cover off Max Verstappen, which actually made him get loose, and I went to check it out on the replay. But our pit window opened. It's our pit lap now, and we come in to the Canada pit lane. I always mess up my braking zone here, but I didn't today. Very nice. Come in. We're not going to come out ahead of Ferrari, but maybe we can get a good enough stop to keep us in a good position. That was so beautiful. We had a really good stop at 2.4, and we are going to come out. We're going to stay ahead of Max Verstappen. We come out behind Fernando Alonso, so obviously the undercut worked, but we are wheel to wheel with him now through turn 2, and I managed to stay ahead, so the undercut didn't necessarily work like I said it did. But now he's going to attack us with DRS coming down into turn 1 on the start of lap 15. It's Alonso on the inside, we're on the outside. We managed to hold him off. But yet again, we're barely managing to hold him off. Because the true pace of our car's starting to show. We've got a lot of quali pace, but when it comes to race pace, it all leaves us and we're all gone. Into the hairpin, Alonso on the outside, he's attacking us yet again. But we pull ahead and we hold him off again. But barely. Race pace is starting to show, like I said. Whoa. Alonso's starting to attack us. We swerve as much as we can to block him off without taking him out. And he just pulled ahead coming into the chicane, but we do that. How did I break very late round the outside? I'm very desperate for this P2. So we stay ahead of Alonso, and we made him lose a lot of time in a very dirty way, but we got away with it. But we lost all that time on the last lap somewhere, so he's going to attack us yet again, and we're going to go for an absolutely heroic lunge into turn 1. We almost hit the side pod of Fernando Alonso. There's Lewis Hamilton behind that wants to get involved. I think we made contact with Fernando Alonso there. I was looking above to see what Lewis Hamilton was doing. As we come through turns 4 and 5, Alonso doing a really good job of holding us off. Now Lewis Hamilton wants to attack us as well. We are going to get DRS off Fernando Alonso, which is going to allow us to try and attack him down the straight. This is one of this is the first of 3 DRS. Oh no, it's actually the second of 3 DRS zones around Canada. We're really trying to capture. We're just behind him. We're chasing him down. Coming into the hairpin, late braking, almost actually into the back of Fernando Alonso. I really want to get P2 back, and hopefully the DRS and the ERS combo is going to really help us down the back straight. DRS open. I'm actually not going to use any battery. I guess I'm saving it for the last few laps. Oh no, there we go. I used my battery. And we use it, and we're going to almost crash into Fernando Alonso. It looked like I was trying to push him off a little bit there. So I don't know what I was doing. Sergio Perez DNF'd. I checked after the race. It didn't show it. VSC came out. VSC ended. I had hopes for a full safety car, so I could maybe try and get P1 back, but that didn't happen. Either way, Charles Leclerc's already won this race. He's 19 seconds ahead. He's got the fastest lap. We're not going to be able to take that off him. Lap 24, the rain started to come down, which gave me a bit of hope that if we can hold on, maybe Charles Leclerc would spin, and it would give us a good advantage and a good hope for winning as we come through the final. For the final time we come through the hairpin. Really struggling now. Out of words as we squirming on the exit because of the rain. And Alonso is going to attack us with DRS. I don't know why he's got DRS considering how wet it is. But we hold him off for one more time and for the final time into the bus stop chicane. He almost takes Lewis Hamilton with him. We squirm on the exit. But we're going to take the second podium and the highest ever finish in our My Team career mode, and it's P2. It was a really enjoyable race for me to drive. It was a good win for Charles Leclerc, and now for the first time this season, a non-Red Bull driver has won a race.
They take the checkered flag then here in Canada in what has been another fabulous Grand Prix. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, what a race. At the end of the day, it is all about raw pace, and our winner had it in spades today.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
I was going to end this My Team episode here. I didn't actually check where Liam Lawson finished, but I know he didn't score any points. But I really cooked that episode in quali. Kind of lost it in the race as our race pace compared to our quali pace really showed. Compared to everyone else as well, the Ferrari, the Aston Martin was faster than us. Probably the Mercedes was faster than us as well, actually, which is an issue. But we've got Austria next, which is a track where I have hope of actually winning because we've got a sprint. We've got a race. Now, my last sprint weekend was kind of traumatizing, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Anyway, that's going to end episode 6 of our My Team here. I hope you enjoyed. See you in Austria, and bye-bye.